Full disclosure, this is not financial advice. I have no formal financial training. This is for entertainment purposes only. Now let's take it to the whiteboard. Hey guys, markets are crashing. Markets are crashing. Doesn't feel good. This is what it feels like in your head, right? My God. All right. Where do we start? I think number one, there's an option to not buy the dip. That option does exist. All the dips in the past, they all seem so scary. They all came back. I don't know. It's like, you got to do it. You got to get in there. You got to get in there, man. If you have $100,000 and you got 50 grand with a professional and you got 5 grand in a bank, you got some money to play with. You know, you got 30, 40 grand to play with. It's like you don't have to play with that 30 or 40 grand. You just give it to the pro. Just buy it the same amount every month. Dollar cost average into the indexes. That's fine. And you can get somewhere comfortable. But you want to go for it? You want to take a shot? We're trying to get that money with our professional on the side for security in case it all falls apart. So let's take a shot. Maybe put 70 with the professional. Take a shot with 10 grand. Get in there. Because we got a big problem, which is the value of the dollar goes down. The value of the dollar goes down over the past 100 years. More dollars are created. We can create infinite amount of dollars. And that's the backup plan. If it gets worse and worse and worse, that is the backup plan. And if it gets worse and worse and worse, and they print the money, and the market can still go down. Super rare. And a lot of other crazy things can happen in the world as well. You're not going to get perfection. There's always a risk. And we're going to die too. So it's like, let's get in there. But I do strongly encourage having the security. The true value of a money manager is that you can be completely hands-off. Pay them 1%, 0.5%. You can be completely hands-off. And your brain can be hands-off. And that's critical. A hands-off brain means you are more present. And that's priceless. And when the markets are falling, you got to worry about it. There is a great value to having a professional investor. I have a professional investor. I manage some of my own money, but I am so happy to have a certain bulk in that professional investor, because if you're just, I would call it naked. Without that professional, you're just naked. And when it gets ugly, you might do something crazy. I highly recommend to have some portion with the professional. And we keep it moving. Markets are down. Blood in the streets. But is it real blood? Is it down enough? Should we buy more? Is it going to go down more? Can it go down more? But first decision is, are you going to get in? And yeah, let's get in. Is it time to buy? I'm going to give you one of my indicators that it's time to buy. Vanguard sent the email. I got Vanguard email. People look at unemployment. People look at credit card balances. People look at defaults, all this stuff. And a lot of it is just lagging indicators. If you wait for all that stuff to be disrupted, the unemployment's up, credit cards are in default, everything's a mess. Generally, it's like the market already sold off because it's 6 months, it thinks 6 months ahead. So all the pros already looked at Jamie Dimon. He knows every dollar that every person in this country, maybe the world, has in their savings account. He knows how much debt they have. He is way ahead of you'll ever be. Those indicators are going to be lagging because the big boys just have such an advantage on us. So Vanguard sent the email. Now, my experience has been with these dips as they come, if Vanguard sends that email, you're down a lot. And they think it's time to buy. And they know that there's panic, true panic. And they know that things are now valued well. They're going to take care of their clients. If the market drops 5% and people feel bad and anxious, Vanguard doesn't send an email out for that. They're like, it's down 5% and we think it's overvalued. They don't send an email. When do they send the email? I mean, generally, you start seeing a lot of PE ratios around 20. And you got big drops. So they will send an email to calm you down. There's another Fidelity email. You know? Sometimes I didn't get the Fidelity email. I got the Vanguard email. And Vanguard does it in rounds. So this is round 1. But you might see round 2 and 3 and 4. But and each email gets more intense. Like you can feel them trying to say, like, you know, slow, like, relax, keep dollar cost averaging in. This is kind of what they're saying. But they do get more intense. This is the first email that came out, so you know they're not. They know they need to calm you down, but you know they're not going crazy yet. Fidelity email I didn't get yet, and for whatever reason. What else haven't we seen? And one of the best indicators is time to buy. The stock market was turned off. I love this indicator. Stocks turned off. Oh my God! They turned the stock market off. And they do it in stages. They turn it off once. They'll put it back on. It goes down. They turn it off again. They turn it off. There's like all these rules, man, about turning the stock market off. It's time to buy when the stock market's turned off. You want to turn it on so you can buy, not sell, right? You got to buy. When the stock market is, if all you did in your career was invest in the stock market on the days that it was turned off, you'd do well. You'd be up a lot. All right? So there you go. The Vanguard email, the Fidelity email, stocks are turned off. MSNBC starts bringing out their pros, their trusted pros, to start saying positive things. Something we haven't really seen recently is, but I've heard can happen. I haven't experienced this. They'll get the president out. The stock market keeps going down. They'll get the president out. All right? But right now, we got the Vanguard email. So let's listen. Let's think about it. Silence is the language of God. Anything else is just poor interpretation. So let's talk about it. Let's take it to the whiteboard. What are we going to buy? I'll tell you, something came to me. And I was researching around. And man, I like the Mag 7. I do. I like the Mag 7. I mean, you click that Amazon button, right? Amazon? What do you click? Buy now? Buy now? I don't know, right? Buy now, right? I mean, my God, have we come a long way with purchasing things on the internet. You click the buy now button. Your credit card's already uploaded. Your address is saved. It can show up the same day. Buy now at 9 a.m. Product received at 1 p.m. It's the world we live in. It's the world we live in. This is legit. The future is now. Now, what kind of moat is this? Who is starting the company that competes with this? You got your Amazon card, you're 5% off all purchases. Amazon has Thursday Night Football. Thursday Night Football. They have the whole thing. They bought Thursday Night Football for $1 billion. You guys gonna bring some eyeballs to Amazon? This is this full on, guys. Small caps and mid caps. How do you catch up to Amazon? How do you catch up to Facebook? Like your whole history of your life is on Facebook. Your pictures, that's a moat. Apple Wallet, Apple Pay. Buy another computer besides Apple. See how you like it. It's not even comparable. YouTube, they've monetized every citizen that wants to go on the internet. Have you tried the AI search labs? Insane. Google Pay, Google Pixel. You think the Pixel's is going away? You think ChatGPT is disrupting Google? Right? Rocking at like a 20 PE, like a 20 forward PE, right? Where's the growth? Where's the growth coming, right? AI, right? Internet, obviously, right? Buying things on the internet, right? Digital advertising. Yeah, Google. They got that, right? Let's just go crazy with Google. Google, I walked in a patient's room. I turn on my Google Translator and I talk to the patient. I talked to somebody in a language like Swahili. This guy walked in, spoke Swahili only. I clicked a button and we were communicating. They don't charge you for that. Just let them take away Google Maps, that's free. Let them take away Google Translate, that's free. What is the cost? What would you pay for Google Translate? What would you pay for it? $20 a month? I mean, I would. Are you kidding me? Here, why don't they just charge $1 a month for everyone to have Google Translate? What's that going to come out to? When the whole world has to use Google Translate. YouTube Music. It's just this. All right. Let's just move on. The big guys have massive moats. Massive moats. But there's some risk in there, you know? Every once in a while, a TikTok pops up, and it's like, what? We're gone. We're gone. Everyone's gone. It's all over. TikTok wins. We need to make TikTok illegal for everybody to catch up. Anyway, there's some risk in there, you know? MGK? Vanguard. You know? Vanguard. This MGK thing, I found this morning. This morning is a beautiful ETF. It is down. I don't know. Here's the graph on the thing. Up forever. Bong. Vanguard email comes out. Here you go. Right? Anyway, I like it, man. I like it. All these companies, man. You got NVIDIA. You got 20 PEs on all these companies. I like this thing, man. But you know what? I don't love the risk of a country risk, right? Is it like risk? Listen to Ray Dalio. United States is at the end of essentially showing signs our health as a country is approaching, the vital signs of the country are showing we're coming to that point that we can get disrupted. I don't love the risk of a country. So I like it. VXUS. VXUS gets you the top companies in the world minus the US. Minus the US. Okay? MGK, VXUS. How is VXUS down? How is VT down? One of my favorite tickers, VT. How is VT down? This is the world. This is the world. This is the world. How's the whole world down? The money didn't vanish. Right? But now you got the government's going to hold the money. Right? So the money's now essentially, the money supply stayed the same, but now it's got to go through the government via tariffs. Right? So that's kind of what can happen here. All the money's got to go through all the governments first, and then the government decides what to do with the money. Okay? But governments don't hold money. Right? They want to get it out, invest it, get the GDPs up. Right? But now governments are going to be deciding. That's the big risk here. But the money is still there. So like, they may decide to invest in, they may decide to give that money to not publicly traded companies. And that could be a major problem. However, over time, right, money goes into equities, publicly traded equities, right? If VT is down, right, the concept of equities is down, okay? And equities, publicly traded companies, is a whole nother video, but it was an amazing revolution, and it's an amazing thing that stimulates human ingenuity, supports human ingenuity, gets us growing as a planet, as a people, right? Equities, let's just leave it alone for right now. The money's going to go back into publicly traded companies and equities. Assuming that it does, VT shouldn't be down. We can't be perfect, but we're going to take a chance, right? And we're going to get invested. MGK, right? Because they got the moat. They got the moat. And beyond the moats, what do they got? They got the politicians in their pockets, right? These are the guys paying the politicians to make the laws. So it's messed up, right? Citizens United, where corporations are viewed as people and can donate unlimited amounts to government, politicians. The politicians make the laws. The laws keep the moats. Right, so it's this big, huge, connected thing. The markets are down. The email came out. Right? We got to get in. We want to be safe. We want some growth. MGK, I like. The other thing that has occurred, you learn over time, is that it is hard to run a company. And it tends to be that the geniuses, the smartest, like kind of conglomerate, and just the smaller guys just they can't keep up. They're not as smart generally. MGK's got the moat. I like the price of it. I like these 20 PEs on dynamically dominant companies that are just blowing people away with technology. I like MGK. But I don't love to have risk to a single country. So I like VXUS A very well priced ETF to own everything minus the US. You're getting the best of the US, right? You're getting the best of the rest of the world. All right? But we want to get a beach house. Right? Do we want to get a house? Yes. Do we want to get a beach house? Yes. So we're going to add a character in here. Juicer. Add a little juice. Right? And what does this guy have? He's got the... hydrate. So guys, we can't forget we got the B. All right? Why are we bringing Bitcoin into this equation? For the Sharpe ratio. Okay? Okay, the Sharpe ratio. Studies have come out to show when you look at portfolios holding Bitcoin have high growth with less volatility. You have volatility equalizers. That's what these guys are. These are equalizers. And then you got juice. You know? Like a solid car, you know? Solid frame and engine, tires. But we got to put the gasoline. We got to get the right gas. We got to get gasoline that's going to give us some kick. So we're going to have Bitcoin. All right? We got the Vanguard email. We got some 20%. Our entire portfolio is 100 grand. We got 20%, 20 grand we're going to play with. Because the email came out. Because we're going to YOLO, but we're going to YOLO in a safe way. We're not going to YOLO in some crap. We're going to YOLO into a solid index with some juice. Try to get a beach house. So we got the Vanguard email. What are we going to buy? I like this MGK. I don't love the risk of single country. We're going to add VXUS and we're going to put some fuel. All right? Because we love the Sharpe ratio. I'm going to do it like this. 25%, 25%, 50%. All right? 10K, 5, and 5. Okay? That's what I like.